listening to something and completely mesmerized by it. I've just concentrated, not mesmerized, concentrated on it, and I go, wait a second, it's time for me to have my live stream. So I've just been adding more and more and more layers to this bird. I knew I wouldn't do anything on it until today. So I just keep using the same pencils as I did before, but let me I did add one. Let's do these. These are what I've been using. Polly's beige red, cinnamon, Venetian red, India red, and kaput mortium. And then I added a little bit of matter. What's the matter? Boom. And I've added in some places where I'm not sure it did much good, but Warm 5 and Prismacolor Black. And then I've been adding one of these pastel colors from Art. It's number 19. There's no name for it or anything. I've been adding some of that and some Posca white. I found my other two. They were right there. I just didn't think to look over. But I had another one that was starting to die. It was getting all gooed up, and this is the one I had left open for who knows how long. And then when I shook it, it got everywhere because I put it back into the cap, and then I put this on the end here, and it just got everywhere. It probably still is getting somewhere, so I'm going to reserve that one for, I don't know, testing or something. So I got a nice new one out. Oh, I apologize. Shannon, I appreciate it. I don't know how you could hear me at all without me plugging in. Shall I go back over what I said? So I'm a minute or two late because I was listening to something and concentrating on it, and suddenly realized, oh, because I'd opened everything to start early to get all the testing out of the way. But anyway, I will go back over. So beige red, cinnamon, Venetian red, India red, kaput mortium, I don't know how to say it, and matter. And then I made a joke. It doesn't matter. It does matter. And I added this just to kind of, I don't know. I don't know why I thought to add it. To make it warmer, I guess. To give it some kind of color other than brown. Brown is actually one of my favorite colors. I know it's strange. But I really do like it. It's relaxing to me. Brown says, don't hurry. But red says, I'm a little warmer. Warm me up. Warm me up, Leslie, so I can warm my babies. I was looking up hawk babies. I guess you would call them, what do you call baby birds?
chicks. Well, I thought hawks were hawks. You call them something else. Nestlings or goslings would be geese. Anyway, so see, it just warms it up, and that's why I like it. And I'd forgotten that when you come back after letting the paper rest, you can add more layers with polys. And I know they're not the same. One's wax and one's oil. But that seems to be the case with, at least for me, I've heard other people say it also with Black Widows. You can come and add more to it. Hey Noel, I'm still not I'm fairly happy with this part of the bird. I'm just not so much with that one. I'm gonna leave it and let that part rest, and then try to decide. I thought I had that up here. Coffee. Oh, I'm almost done with my first cup. It's so sad. I need more. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. As we've gotten older and don't have any more children at home or child at home, we just don't go out. Well, we never went out. We went to some friend's house for New Year's when our kids were little, and we would have fun playing games and then ringing in the New Year together. But, it's been years now. We just either go to bed or stay up and watch the ball drop in New York at 11 and then go to bed. And now that I've got this very addictive game, again, another addictive game, I stay up at least to midnight. But that's one of my New Year's resolutions. I know, don't make resolutions. But it seems somehow a natural place to begin. I wonder if I can do that. You know how you can take one of the tabs in Firefox or whatever you're using and move it over to somewhere on the desktop, and it'll open up another. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's off altogether, so we're good. And somehow that stays off, which I guess I'm grateful for it. The Zoom. Let's zoom in a little bit on our bird. This is Wild Winter. I lose my train of thought a lot, so I apologize. Oh, I was, excuse me. Every morning, there's always congestion. I don't know how to mute myself either, so. All right, anyway, I was saying, I just wonder if I can move this. I can. Oh, very nice. I learned something new. All right, now we can look up ice sheets. I was looking up ice sheets. These look like ice sheets to me. I was looking them up on I really ought to make a list of the things I forget once I remember them again. my brain. This is my brain. It's, some people might call it scattered. Other people will call it creative. Some might call it ADHD. I don't know about that one. I like creative, and I'm okay with OCD. Anyway, I was trying to look up ice. And instead of watching somebody coloring ice, I wanted to look at actual ice and seeing if I can redo it. But also I wanted something that was kind of going to go with a bird. Since I've warmed up, I may add more. This brown is becoming too brown to me. Incidentally, baby birds, baby hawks are fluffy and white. But how are you going to do fluffy and white with snow and stuff? I thought they'd be the color of the trees or whatever, but I don't know. So I thought I might add a little bit of Posca here and there, kind of like feathers. So I'm not making it completely white. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Noel. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now that one I'm interested in that color. Orangey would be ready. Orangey green. Greeny blue. Turquoise. Could I try turquoise ice? Most ice, when I look it up, it's kind of bluishy, purplishy. I just made up a new word. That one looks more turquoise-ish. Ooh. I kind of like that one. Oh, New Year's resolution. Yeah, don't make any resolutions this year? A joke I heard back in the day was, my resolution is to not make any resolutions. See, I kind of like that one. But it's bluer. Hey, Brittany, thanks for coming. So my resolutions, I think I said one of them. Lose weight. Well, really, if I just ate less and moved more, I would do that. So I guess that's my goal, is to eat less, and particularly sugar, and move more. I'm into everyone instead of every. Oh, we got it. We understand. We make typos. There's no need to apologize or explain. It's just a normal thing. That looks a little bit like I want it. It's a fuzzy picture. We don't want fuzzy. That one is good. Was that one it? Yeah, that one's better. Let's save that one. I kind of like chrome. My husband told me to use chrome when I'm streaming because it would solve, well, that's interesting, solve some problems with the microphone and all that stuff. Well, that is good. I definitely think what we eat affects us in many ways. One of which is our mental health. I'm going to save that though. Not quite what I'm looking for. Ooh. I do like that color. Maybe put my picture up to it. Yeah. So now I'll have to go find those colors. I think I'm going to add more white or this cream color. Probably dark. All right, now I'm looking for bluish. I may have to go to a different color pencil set. I don't know. That's pretty good. Let's see. I like those. The cobalts. I stayed up till probably 2 in the morning playing a game, listening to all the fireworks going off around the neighborhood, though not allowed in the neighborhood. People do it anyway. It seems like this year it's worse than last year. I mean, I can hear them closer. They're right in the cul-de-sac, some of it, and some of it was behind, probably in the street over. It almost sounded like it was in the neighbor's backyard, but anyway, I mean, I generally like fireworks. It's just, okay, 4, 5, 6, 54, 5, and 6. I enjoy fireworks, but not when my dogs are scared. Usually just Kelly is the one who's scared of them. She's scared of thunder also. But it just went on and on and on, and then our bigger dog was kind of scared too, so. But the other ones and the cat, they just sit there like, what? Why is it some dogs are afraid of fireworks and thunder and some are not? Some cats are that way too. They're scared of it, and some just sit there like they're saying, oh, it's just human stuff. It's fine. All right, so what am I using here? Cobalt turquoise, cobalt green, and light cobalt turquoise. So we'll see how that goes in testing. Now, well, what I've been taught to do, and I can't remember where, it's probably was, what's his name? What is his name? I can see it. Caesar Milan. I used to watch him a lot. And one of the things he said was not to comfort. I think the Galaxy guy, the one Brittany mentioned before. I used to watch him too. Or I used to watch a lot more TV, and so thereby watching these. I don't watch so much TV now, and so I don't ever see him anymore. But Jackson Galaxy is the other one. Anyway, they both said not to comfort an animal. Just ignore them being nervous. Ignore the sounds you're hearing, if that's what it is, because they'll pick up on that from you and then think, oh, I really do need to be afraid of this. And that's hard to do, because you're like, I want to comfort the animal, but if I do, it's going to do the opposite of what I want it to do. And it's hard. Now let's see how we're going to do this. I think maybe I will start with these darker marks. Yep, I know he does. Oh, yeah. Noelle, that's very true. Did I say that? Okay, now how do I go look at my saved pictures? That's so funny. Oh, very nice. Okay. I'm looking at these pictures, and if it's below the water, hello. Oh, I see. If it's below the water, it's going to be more turquoise. Below the water. The ice below the water. All right, there's no water here. So the other thing is in the shadows, it's these colors. And that is what I'm going to do. So this is cobalt turquoise. I can't count today. I'm going to just color in these dark areas. Someone's at the front door. Oh, Amazon. Very good. Trying to think. I don't remember ordering anything. It must be Steve's. I try to do resolutions. I don't always succeed, but I think for me it takes something on the outside to keep me motivated. I don't know why I'm like that. I just am. But yeah, back to the animals. It's interesting how they're fearful. What's going on with that? Okay, I just got to see what that is. They're fearful, and some aren't. And you think, well, is it a product of when they were puppies or kittens and somebody comforted them? Tried to comfort. And so they automatically start getting nervous during thunderstorms and other noises? Or is it that they just naturally do that? Something in their brain is just saying, oh, I need to be scared, or I am scared. I'm probably going to add more dark later, but we'll start with that. And cobalt green. Just don't know. I'm going to cover over that and then add more. Sorry I'm so croaky this morning. I need to add it to my list of things to remember. Make sure the focus is on. Make sure your microphone is on. But it's not a big deal. I mean, we all do stuff. Amazon delivered something. What did you deliver? I'm so excited to find out what it is. I wonder if it's dog food. Which is not very exciting to me, but might be to my pets. Ooh. Just want to see what it was. Oh, wow. Awesome. That came, well, it's on time. I'd forgotten that I ordered that late at night, so it would come this morning. That's so funny. I often say I like when I forget what I ordered because it's like a birthday gift or Christmas presents. I forgot to say hello to our lurkers. I appreciate you lurking. I was saying before, we don't do anything special for New Year's Eve. The only thing I do, I guess, that's special would be what I eat. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, Don. Do any of y'all have any special New Year's food? I think it varies by region of the country, but most, yeah, in the South, most everybody that does it will eat cornbread and black-eyed peas, or black peas and cornbread. I know, it's just the way everybody says it is you start with the black-eyed peas. I don't know. It sounded weird the other way. Anyway, black-eyed peas and cornbread, and other things you might have might be was the other thing? Something green. I can't remember what it was. Maybe if you hey Callie, thanks for coming. So if you remember what it was, let me know, and then tell me what y'all eat, especially for New Year's Day, or do you? One year I just got too excited, I guess, and I ate it on New Year's Eve. And my aunt said, "Oh, I usually eat that on New Year's Day." And I go, "Oh, that's right." I know it has to do with good luck or whatever, but um, for me, it's just tradition. So the top will have more white in it. I don't know if y'all can tell anything at all, but that looks pretty good. It's a little light, but I'm going to darken the darks up. My husband does not like black-eyed peas. Um, I'm not sure he's a big fan of cornbread. It's more of like, I'll eat it if I have to. So I'm the only one. Now, if my parents had come over, they would eat the black-eyed peas and cornbread with me. Pizza, that's a good tradition right there. Now, we did have pizza for New Year's Eve dinner. I'm still trying to remember what it was that some people eat. It's green. My aunt will eat something else besides, in addition to cornbread. I'll have to ask her, I guess. Oh, maybe we should look it up. Traditional New Year's Day food. Traditions. Okay, we have pork. All right. Cabbage. That's one of the other ones that you might see in the South too. Cabbage. Okay, does that look like black-eyed peas to you? I don't know what that is on there. Cheese or something. Doesn't sound good. Greens. So it's some kind of greens. Rice. I don't know. Cornbread, definitely. Lentils. New Year's pretzel. The Germans do that. New Year's pretzel. Oh, I may have to look that up. Fish, noodles, grapes, or other fruit. The Philippines, they celebrate with 12 types of fruit, but they prefer mangoes and watermelon. Pomegranate and almond toast. Dumplings, definitely. Valsalapita cake. Oh, what's that? Greek. That's Greek. Okay. Oh, it looks interesting. What kind of cake is that? King pie or basil pie? Sweet, bready, and topped with almonds. It's baked with a coin or trinket inside, and the person who gets the treasure-filled slice is supposed to have good luck for the year ahead. Most all of it has to do with luck, which I don't believe in. So for me, it's just tradition. And it looks like German and Eastern European settlers brought the pork, probably the cabbage too. Japanese cabbage pancake? Ugh, that sounds horrid. There are a few different reasons associated with New Year's. Okay, this is the Black Eyed Peas. One theory anchors. Yes. I'm still coloring. I'm curious. This is our historic moment. Historic moment? History moment. History moment. No, I don't want to subscribe. Thank you. One theory anchors the tradition in the Civil War when Union soldiers raided the Confederates' army food supply, leaving behind only this bean. Another theory is anchored in African American history, where a newly freed slave celebrated the January 1863 with dishes made with black peas. Others dated in the ancient Egypt. Way to show humility. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to look that up a little bit more. Cornbread is sort of looks like gold. Corn spoon bread includes the cornmeal and corn. I've actually had that. Long ago, I had cornbread that had corn in it. I think I'm going to go back to the lighter. Which I did not like so much. I liked the plain. Oh. And I call it... Oh, what doesn't... Oh, hey, Connie. What doesn't sound good, Dawn? Was it the black eyed peas or the cabbage? I don't know. I think my aunt, she made a chess pie. I think that's her tradition that she decided to do, was to make a chess pie. Ooh, I forgot a dark spot. Whoops, went too far with that. The other thing I noticed with coloring ice, the way it looks, is there's so many variations in the surface that you'll get shadows and highlights in all different places, not just in what you might think of. And something else I can do is add a little bit of this brown to show a little bit of reflection of the bird. Maybe I'll even add a little bit of red to it. All right. Anyway, it's like clouds. You think clouds would be easy to do, but they're hard to do. And I'm thinking it's just you're varying where you put shadow and where you put highlight. Oops. What I'm going to do with the background, I have no idea. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? You forgot. Well, good. You forgot what didn't sound good. I think it was probably... Oh, another one is lentils, which I don't... Greens, some kind of... Well... Greens would kind of go along with cabbage. Yeah, I don't know. Something. I may have to get up and go get some water. Look, I missed a spot. Trying to see what that looks like in y'all's camera. What it looks like in mine. And what it looks like as I'm looking at it. So I think that's pretty good. The bird is so brown. I mean, I'm just like, what? I'm going to see if I can't do a little strategic erasing. I may add a little bit of Posca too. There's just way too much brown. I mean, I like brown, but it's just too much. I think this underneath the bird is bothering me the most. Strategic erasing. Coloring by elimination. Cannot find my... Maybe it's in the drawer. X-Acto knife. Why I couldn't think of it, I don't know. Let me see what's over here. Okay, here it is. Yay, I found it. All right. I'm going to cut this. Yeah. We'll see how this goes in testing. My husband and I say that a lot. It's from a TV series called From the Earth to the Moon. And there's the main character in that episode says that in one of the scenes. Obviously, says that in the scene. And ever since we saw it the first time, okay, see what I did there? I used the X-Acto knife to cut a slant, and that will give you this nice little edge. And I picked this up from a drawing channel. Sometimes he would do it this way, most of the time this way. That way you can really get into the tiny space that you want. Though for this part, I think I'll use a bigger eraser. I was trying to do something with shadow over here, and it just wasn't working for me. I may go back over it with some red, just kind of shift it from a brown to a red brown. I know this is a made-up bird. Maybe the bird is all brown. It could be all brown. I could have made it all brown and said that is what this bird in my world looks like, but I didn't. I said I'm going to tweak it again and again until I get it the way I want it. Which is, I'm really not sure how I want it. I'll know it when I see it, I guess. I didn't want the bird to be all red, but I didn't want it to be all brown either. Throw a little bit in there, and the little tiny birds, baby birds. But I had a cat bird toy from Walmart, and they lost them playing with it. Something with pancake. Oh, it was something with pancake, wasn't it? Let's see if I can't find that. Fish noodles, dumplings. I kind of like the cake with the prize in it. That looks fun. Cabbage pancake. That was it. Japanese cabbage pancake. Oh, and if you're a praying person, remember to pray for Japan, they have had a 7.5, I think, earthquake, destroyed so much of a street, and some so far killed about 30 people. And then they had an airplane crash. Now, when I heard it, I heard that no one was on the plane, but I don't know how. Maybe they got off before it exploded. I really don't know. Maybe it was an empty plane except for pilots. I'm not sure, but I mean, I just barely heard that this morning. Now I'm just kind of making little marks here and there to make it look like feathers. I don't know if it's succeeding or not, but anyway. Yeah, I'm liking this bird more now that I've added more of the red. Yep. My cousin and his family were stationed in Japan several years ago. I'm glad they're not there now. But I'm certain that they know people there. The tree I'm probably gonna do it either I'm gonna make it birch-like. Oh, I forgot about these crystally things. Well, they definitely will have some turquoise, maybe a little purple. I wonder if I could make the whole background kind of a purpley color. Not like purple. Not like Barney purple. But some other sort of purple. Oh no, that's not good. It's kind of where I had the tape, washi tape there. Ah, okay. Do you still have your granddad around? If you do, thank him for his service. From me. If you don't, then, well, then don't. I've also been known to thank the families of the people that serve, because they serve too. They serve in that they sacrifice their spouse's time. They could have been spending with them. And often they keep the family going. Now, occasionally you'll see both parents going off to some kind of conflict. And then the grandparents or someone else is the child is left with, and that's got to be harder to have both parents. I'm not sure I'd do that. I mean, I would But then, you know, they must love doing what they do to some degree, whether it's wanting to pay for education or it's all patriotic or I'm gonna keep tweaking on that until I get it the way I want it. Hey there, Bubbles, how are you? I'm just sitting here rambling, tweaking this bird and probably I just had added too many layers. Oop. I'm so zoomed in that I go off the page. Apologize for that. I zoomed in because I thought y'all might want to see it close up, but probably don't need to zoom in that much. I haven't hung out with Bubbles in a long time. When you say Pokemon, do you mean, I mean, playing it? Do you mean like, I mean, how do you play Pokemon? I thought it was a card game. Or not so much a card game as a card collecting. Oh, did you ever get yours back? You remember how you said, boy, this has been so long. I'm surprised I remember anything. You said something about you are going to lose all that you earned or something. Nintendo Switch, I see. I still have Xbox One. I don't know how Xbox S or SX or is it XS? Oh, Access. XS. How much it cost. But probably eventually we'll have to get it because there's becoming, let me see if I can get the grammar right. There are fewer newer games. Okay. I'll probably keep this arrow in there. It's a little bit of green. Hey, I wonder where Kenny is. Did she take off? Now, I'm trying to remember if she took off January or part of January. Excuse me. Oh no. Oh, hey, Nicole. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Collecting Pokemon video games are about collecting Pokemon in a ball and then fighting against other people's Pokemon to see who wins. Callie, I think I'm for you there. I'm for you. I'm with you on that. I'll save it for Christmas in July, but I can still do winter pictures. I mean, I could do Christmas pictures any time of the year, but which sounds like a great way to get cooled off. You know, in the summer when you're just I stay in the summer. It's just too hot to go anywhere. Now, I do go out. I do go places if I have to go. My husband does the grocery shopping, so I don't have to do that part. I try to take back the grocery shopping. I would have anxiety, and that's why I stopped. And he started doing it all the time, and he enjoyed it. But I stopped going, and then when they came out with ordering it online and then just picking it up, I thought, all right, I can take back the shopping because, you know, I kind of felt bad that it was always my job before to do the grocery shopping. And then suddenly I couldn't do it. And then he took it over. But he didn't want me to do that. He wanted to grocery shop himself. I said, okay. There are some things I buy on Amazon. But now my aunt actually works for Walmart. She is a shopper. She takes, now I thought they shop for one person completely, but they don't. They have a basket that's divided into certain, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, some kind of number. And then they go around and they fill that section with just one item. So they might go to the fruit section. Oh, I say that. They might go to the cereal section and they put in cereal for each of the however many are represented in their basket. Does that even make sense? And then, let's see, the mouse, I might keep the mouse in there. The grasshopper, he's cute. I'll probably cover over that bottle cap with the background. It's mostly going to be the background and some of the tree branch. How I got off on the tangent of grocery shopping, I don't know. I have an Xbox Series S. Haven't touched it really since I bought it. If I lived close to you, I would say, do you want to sell it to me? Wow, Nicole, that's really interesting. Yes, I don't like putting it in the way either. Oh well, we need our baggers, Brittany. So don't sell yourself short on your value. I mean, I think the important word right there is service. Service almost has the idea of a sacrifice, and that you're doing something. You're getting paid, obviously, but you're doing something for someone else, and um, and so I think that's a valuable thing. The same thing with, well, I'm not sure about stocking, but whatever terms have the word service in it. Oop, going over here. Probably gonna cover over that mushroom with like probably the branch. I think probably cover over the marble. What else is in here? I'm not sure what that is. It looks like cheese or a thimble or something. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'll keep the arrows. Oh, that's shoelace. Yeah, I think maybe the arrows are actually a part of the picture. They're not extra little things thrown in for you to find. I think they're actually part of the picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what I won't keep is the mushroom, the grasshopper, the bottle cap, the marble, the cheese-looking cork. That means I'll leave in the mouse. I just leave in the mouse. Yeah. From the things that are thrown in there. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's an art to bagging. Yes, there is. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There's an art to it. It's like playing Tetris with groceries. We used to go to a store, this was years ago, where you bagged your own stuff. I think it was called Save a Lot. There's might have been another name, I can't remember now, but we would bag our own stuff, and you had to bag it in such a way that the other thing, okay, so there's the paper bag bagging, which it's definitely like Tetris. The plastic bag bagging, I think, is different. This is a crazy subject to get on, because everything's going to fall in there. So the important thing about that is to put like things together. You don't want to put something heavy and then something light underneath or whatever. So do you think that's true, that bagging with paper bags and bagging with plastic bags is a whole different art? It's like colored pencils and charcoal colored pencils. The crazy stuff that we talk about on this channel. Or any channel, really, not just mine. Grocery totes, yes. Yes, my husband does actually have the totes. But he usually just uses the cold bag for the cold stuff. He brings home an awful lot of plastic bags. I really think we should go back to having a choice, or to just use use paper bags, because here it is. Paper bags are recyclable. You can technically recycle plastic, but where is most of that plastic going to end up? There's plastic in bottles that we, buy for cleaners, or our drink, or like soda. Sodas sometimes come in plastic cans. There's plastic wrappers around noodles. There's plastic everywhere, and yet people are upset about plastic bags or whatever. Now that's fine to use. I have no problem using your cloth bags. We've got those. They're not cloth. They're sort of a plasticky kind of cloth. Anyway, using those over and over rather than using any type of other bag, I think that's fine. No problems whatsoever. But even our medication comes in plastic bottles. And those mostly end up in the trash too. So I'm just saying that this notion of being upset about plastic bags when there's plastic everywhere. So paper is not just recyclable, but it's renewable. And there are more trees planted now in the United States than probably there ever were trees here. But the other thing is that if it goes into a landfill, it's going to break down because it's made of wood. But when I was growing up, paper bags were that's what you covered your books with. And at one point, they started, depending on what store you go to, they would actually make it look like a book cover, with not paint, you know what I mean, like a design on there. And here's where you fold this part, and here's where you fold. So it's like giving you instructions. But that was just something everybody knew how to do, was to use the paper bags. And then, of course, you drew on the paper bags. That was the most fun. I mean, you drew on your book cover, especially if you're in a boring class. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm going to, because it's almost time for me to receive Hannah calls me. Oh! You're right. Now, didn't that come out already? The Hannah Carlson's book, Atlantis? Oh, no. That was the other one. City Among the Stars. Wow. Yeah, I'm waiting until probably the day after it comes out in the US, because it's always a few dollars lower. Good. Oh, Connie, I'm replying to your comment there about plastic bags are taxed. Interesting. Yeah. I definitely think that is probably the best way to go, is to have a bag designated for shopping, that you're going to use over and over again. Hey, Thomas, thanks for coming. It wasn't my stream without Thomas. So now Thomas is here. It's the 23rd. Hey, let's check. Station identification. Let me see. Carlzone, Atlantis. Ooh. $23rd. You're right. Make sure my address isn't on there. It's just my town, which is not a big deal. So this guarantees the pre-order price, but does it go down? Well, I found a lot of books will go down the next day. So I'm going to make sure, I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm going to just put it in my cart. Back to the cart. So it's in there. I was thinking about getting another Fragile World because it's only $10. Anyway, so it's in there. I'll put it in save for later. And that's it. So what I ordered here was dog stairs. So I'm looking forward to seeing if those work. Oh, what if you hear my dogs? They make the weirdest noises sometimes. They make the weirdest noises. Oh, I'm so hungry. It's almost time for lunch. Now, should I eat the rest of the black-eyed peas and cornbread? Oh my goodness, I have to tell you. So I don't drink milk. Regular milk. Because it bothers my stomach. But I drink oat milk. And the last time I used oat milk for baking, both of the things did not come out. And so I decided, well, when I had milk in the house, I was going to use it for the baking. But Steve gave the milk to his dad because his dad drinks regular milk. And I don't. And that's fine for him to give it to his dad. It won't go to waste. But I wanted to make this cornbread, and I didn't have any milk. So y'all got to get this book. It's a terrible title, but it's the Bible it's the Substitution Bible. A to Z Substitution Bible. And I've had that for years. I did not buy the most recent one. Did I buy the most recent? I was thinking of another book. Maybe it was that one. I was going to buy the most recent one. This was a few years ago. But everybody said, oh, they didn't add that much. I said, okay, fine. I won't get it. But I need to check again to see if there's a new one. A newer new one. Anyway, so I was looking in there for whole milk or milk substitution. Okay, I wait for the Dutch edition. Oh, in February. Okay. You know, I had a Lulu Mayo book, and the 1,000 Cats, I think it was, and I didn't ever feel like coloring in it. So I put it in my pile of books to sell, which no one bought. A Million Baby Animals. So I just said, well, if I'm not going to color it, I might as well just give it or sell it. Now I lost my train. Probably because I'm hungry. Okay, I think I've done all of the ice. If anybody ever remembers my train, just let me know what it is. Well, partly it's fibro, partly age, partly either lack of sleep or who knows. It's not Alzheimer's. It doesn't run in our family. Or does it? Yeah, it does. Or dementia. But mine, I think, is just fibro. Maybe a little OCD thrown in there. Yeah, it's interesting. OCD and ADHD sometimes will overlap. Their symptoms. One of them is you're thinking of a lot of stuff at once. And so it's always referred to in the past as scatterbrained. Because really nobody knew what it was. But I think this side is looking better. Did I do all these yet? But our minds have to stop and think about something and then jump off to a different subject. It's probably why I can't grocery shop. There's too many choices. I have grocery shopped when I absolutely needed to. But even if I have a list, I still stop and analyze. What is the best deal? Should I try the store brand? Should I risk trying the store brand? It goes on and on, these thoughts. I need to vary my puppies. They're just nutters. is something else. Sometimes he'll pick on Kelly. Kelly is very submissive, and if she doesn't like him messing with her, she just runs off. She rarely fights back. And then I find them cuddling together. They think, what's up with that? I guess Tyler decided it was too cold. Too cold to pick on her. I need her for warmth or something like that. I don't know. I love breakfast. When I make brownies, substitute the oil and use applesauce. Does it really? Something else you can, I don't know if you can do this to brownies, but you might be able to do it, is add coffee, instant coffee. It's supposed to add moisture too. I haven't never done that. Maybe I did long ago when they first decided to be excited about it. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard applesauce. I like my oil, but I guess applesauce would be more natural. Well, no, oil is natural. Less fatty. Oh, there goes the dogs. They've got to bark at the neighbor dog on a daily basis. Let's zoom out just a little bit. I'm going to start out with a dark brown. Or the darkest brown I've used in the bird. Yep. Chihuahuas are fierce dogs. My cousin-in-law raises Dobermans, and he raises them big. But they've gone to families where the little kid is, patting it on the head and it's not doing a thing. But if somebody walks in that they don't know, that person will not leave uninjured. Now, as far as chihuahuas, sometimes these even bite you, so I don't know. Let's see. Let's start out. This is, I think this is the kaput color. Kaput. I will probably see if I should try the poly black. I'm just trying to distinguish the branches from the bird. I'm not sure about that. And I want the branches to be dark. For the most part. Yeah, I gotta go over that shoelace. Glad they got rid of their stuff. Hey, have y'all been watching Elena's, I think that needs to be plugged in. Have y'all been watching Elena's series on all the books, all of her collections? She does that yearly. She goes through all her stuff. Okay. I think that's going to be fine for the moment. Let's see what happened if I add a little bit of this color. This is the beige red. I think I like that. Chihuahua's a more protector than the pit bull, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. You've been ill. I hope you get better soon. All right. The crystals. Oh my goodness. We might save the crystals for Friday. One of my goals for my channel was to get back to doing videos. I think the hardest part about videos is that I'm not talking to anybody. I have to pretend that I'm talking to people. Now maybe if I shift it in my mind to I'm actually talking to whoever's listening right now. Then maybe... Hey! Shh! Tyler! Leave it! Oh, I can't make him stop barking. He's a big Chihuahua, so he's going to have a bigger bark. So that's kind of what I'll do with the branches. The leaves, I'm not sure I'll do. I guess I could do some green in there. More green than blue. Like maybe deep cobalt green. Deep cobalt green. Deep cobalt green. It's kind of a bluish, a greenish blue, or is it a bluish green? Let's see what that looks like. I don't want it to be too green. Chrome oxide green. Fiery. What does that mean? Fiery. Oh, wrong one. 60, please, not 61. Fiery oxide green. So that gives it a little greener. I could throw in some red to indicate that it's, oh, it's going to turn it brown. Never do that. I'm going to try something quasi. Quasi. This is light phthalo green. Yes. That is pretty much, looks like an icy green. I like that. Okay, so the three I used with that are deep cobalt green, chrome oxide green fiery, and light phthalo green. Oh look, I missed some blue. Dear oh dear, what shall I do? Oh, is that the right blue? I'm switching between the blues and go, wait, is that the right one? I missed some blue. I'm hardly pushing with these pencils. Okay, now the arrows. What are we going to do with the arrows? Well, for the feathers, oh, that's interesting. I could make them red. Not sure. Try to figure out what else. Oh, the crystals. Now, I'm just wondering. If I should stick with the greens for the crystals. So the crystals look like they're leaves. I definitely gotta lighten this bird. It's way too dark. I could darken the ice too. But so I could. Now I lost my train again. Oh, yeah, we got to cover over. Actually, I'll leave the worm because baby birds like to eat worms. And it really looks like it's part of the thing. The crystals. Okay, so I can add a little bit of purple in with the crystal. So they kind of stand out too. Or I could make them with this this greenish color combo in there. With a little bit of the blue and I don't know. Let's play around with the crystals so we have a little bit more time. Well, hope you feel better soon, Thomas. Did you watch all of them? I mean, I don't know how many she had. There's so many. I love listening to her voice and the way she says things, and she says chromoses, polychromoses, and I mean, I just love the accent, so. Cats are very good with catching things, I think. Oh, you do? Deep cobalt with phthalo greens for shading. Nice. Yeah, I'm not certain about this. I kind of like we could add maybe we won't add that fiery color. We'll go with the phthalos like you were talking about. Cut it sharpen. I still need to be more sharpened than that. Let's start with the dark first and see what happens. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. I'm going back over the ice. Sorry, I'm jumping all over here. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Well, we've got light green, light phthalo green, which is I'm using in here. There's grass green is pretty light, leaf green. Really light green is I think the lightest green. I might do. Might be the wrong color. Ooh. I'll have to see about that one. It's not bad either. I might use one of these for like a highlight. Yeah. I wanted it to be like almost like a peppermint icy type of green, you know? If that makes any sense. And that's going to be too light. I think that's blue. Yeah, it's okay. I like Tule art for the most part. Sometimes it gets kind of annoying. I think the only way to get lighter is to do that. I haven't used a lot of my, oh, I forgot I had black. My Posca, have I even heard user brown to death? I love earth tones. It's my favorite set of colors. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Like that. I'd love to get all the Posca, you know. I'm not sure I want to take the red away from the bird. So having put that green down and then the Posca right on top, it kind of blends it out a little bit. Tule Art Earth Tones. Oh yeah. Now I remember something Elena said. She said she was disappointed with the earth tones, and I'm not sure. I can't remember what it was. Why she was disappointed. Maybe there wasn't enough greens, and she loves greens. She actually bought the set of just greens, and that would be fun. Tule art is less expensive and you get more colors, but not necessarily better quality. It's not like, oh, this is the best thing, you know. But I do like the variety. All right. I said I was going to play around with. Uh-oh. Sorry about my camera. Let's play around with this one, or shall we play around with one that's less conspicuous in case it's screwed up. That definitely was not a inconspicuous. Thinking maybe this one. All right. Forgotten how to do crystals, but I think. Oh, you know what? I've got a book that shows that. Yeah, I've got a book. Now we come to the teaching portion of our live stream. All right, let's see what she says. Place a little blue on the left of the top facet. This does not have any facets, but we will do that. We'll start out with the blue and then we might switch to green. Or maybe instead of purple, we'll do the green on top also. All right, I'm getting myself together here. All right. Looks like a lighter blue on the top. Then blend it across the white with white. A white pencil. I don't know, can you blend? guess you can. What if I should start out with white? I think since this is kind of an unusual crystal, I'm not going to really be able to do exactly like I want. But I'll try. And then we can put a darker color next to it. And then we could add maybe the medium green. I have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea. Yes, all of those are good reasons. They're less expensive, and you can see when you're running low. I think I'm going to need to go darker. Well, I'll keep working on it. It's not terrible, since I have very little knowledge of how to color a crystal. I'm just kind of winging it, you know? That's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's hard to follow the book when you're doing a different shape of crystal altogether. So that is, they say, is that. Sorry, I'm way over in the corner there. Is that? That's leaf. So I think I will carry on using different ones of these colors I've been using already, plus the white. I think I'll do a little more on the ice sheets so that I can come back with the Posca. Sorry about that. I forget where my hand is. So darken around these spots so that I can so they'll look like snow is kind of what I'm trying to get at. Whether they do or not, I have no idea, but that's what we're going for anyway. I have zero to do with Disney. Absolutely zero. If you like it, that's fine. Oh, look at that. It was the end. Now I have to get my other one out. I've got more in there, and then I can do the same thing. I might still be able to use that for something like what I was trying to use it for was to erase out the background. What am I going to do with the background? I kind of wanted to do something really light. I haven't used these hardly at all. Whoa, I'm very zoomed in, aren't I? Wow. That's better. I haven't used these hardly at all, and I know I can put them on that Caran dashboard and use a water brush. And I thought maybe a nice wash in the back. But also, I had this idea. It still would be a wash, but I would use like 2 or 3 colors and then put dots on it like snow. Well, we'll just see. I am gonna have lunch. I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. Yes, I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm gonna go through this. Oh, I'm so hungry for a while. And I didn't have my water with me, which helps a lot. So, anyway, y'all have a great week, and I will see you Friday. And hopefully by then I'll have decided what I was going to do with the background. Cross my fingers. No, I don't cross my fingers anymore. I'm hoping to do a video, a background video, and maybe show me playing around with these, maybe the ink tints, to see what kind of background I can come up with. Of course, I wouldn't try it on this. I would get out a page that I don't like from one of the other books, and because I like Wild Winter, and just play around with backgrounds, something like that. So thank y'all for coming. Hope you have a good week. I said that. Remember to pray for Japan and the people affected by the earthquake and the airplane crash. I hope to get more info on that one. See what's going on. Poor Japan. They're having a rough time. All right. See y'all later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to go to Connie's. Bye, Noel. If you haven't, you can put Connie's link in there. I don't have it up on me. I don't have it on me at the moment.